Yes, thank you. Most people who know me know that I was the first female coach in the NFL, but I've been a longtime advocate of women in sports and equality through sports. I always say, since football is the place that doesn't have parity on any level in terms of gender,
Yeah.
it being called the final frontier for women in sports was like a motivator for me. So I always kind of thought, if we could change football, then we could change the world. And what Somi's doing in terms of revolutionizing monetization content and really increasing the transparency through blockchain, to me, is very attractive. And I think it's something that we as women need to be at the forefront on, because even if you look at like the women's soccer team, people talk a lot about how the popularity is there and yet the dollars aren't. And this is a platform where users can literally make their dollars make sense and drive business through that way. And to me, it's really a great situation, that I want women to know. This isn't something where you have to throw your hands up and say, "Oh, those finances, that's not for me. It's too confusing." Like, let me coach you up on crypto.
Yep.
It's not cryptography. It's not some scary thing. It's actually been set up to be very transparent, to be under your control, and to let you own your financial and fiscal freedom.
Well, and it's in such its early stages still that I feel like it's a good time for women to get involved and kind of, get a foothold in this industry and kind of grow with it. So, I think that's really important. So what kind of things are you doing then for SoMe?
So one of the things that we talked about is, I had an independent auditor first look at it for me because it wasn't my world, right? I say all the time, like, football is my world, psychology, some of these things, I'm really good and really fluid. So if I want to get involved, I need to know exactly what that looks like from a simple standard, and then to see how it resonates. And the first thing that my auditor came back with was, well, this is all set up for transparency, ownership, and really to have people monetize in a new way. And I was like, but crypto, like, what is that name about? Like,
Right.
I thought that was shady.
Right, right. People do think that about crypto still.
Right.
Like, yeah.
And so when I was talking to him, I was like, well, we need to coach him up on crypto. And he was like, well, that sounds perfect, Jen. Is that something you could do? And I was like, well, I can learn, but I can bring other people with me. And to be able to have really transparent dialogue, that focuses on empowerment in a new form of currency and communication. Women, we love when we know something, and we love to be in control, but we have to kind of get confidence, comfortable, and clarity, right?